Hey, sisters and brothers, welcome to week 64 of reading through the Bible in 2 years. In our Old Testament readings, we are now in the book of Second Chronicles. And in this, we are now in the part of this story where the temple has now been made. And according to the chronicler, according to that group of priests and temple officials that wrote First and Second Chronicles, this was one of the most important things. This is the history of the temple. And Solomon, who is basically, according to the chroniclers, Solomon, who is just basically following the architectural drawings that David had wrote and all of the plans that David had wrote, and Solomon is just carrying them out, which is a little different than the way that the book of First Kings tells this story. And so you have now at the very beginning of the readings for this week, you have Solomon at the prayer, saying this huge prayer of dedication to this finished temple. And you'll notice within this prayer the way that the Jewish people of that day, and especially the way that the priestly class thought of the temple, that the temple was that place where heaven and earth would meet. And so that if there was something happening in the country of Israel, if there was something happening among the people of Israel, regardless of where they were in the world, that they would pray towards the temple. They would pray towards Jerusalem, because then that understanding that that's where God's ear was, that is where God and the world met, is in the temple. And so in their understanding, that's the way the world and the universe operated. And so after that prayer of dedication and after that wonderful worship service of the dedication of the temple, then you have the continuation of the story of Solomon. But again, it's not the point of First and Second Chronicles to tell the history in the same way that First and Second Samuel and First and Second Kings, that history is told. You have the kind of the overview of the history of King Solomon, some of his wonderful attributes, but some of the negative things are being left out until finally King Solomon dies at the end of this week. And then you have the beginning of a whole new chapter where King Rehoboam, the son of King Solomon, takes over. And because of his stubbornness, because of his greed, because of his refusal to listen to good counsel, well, the future of the country of Israel is going to be affected. It is there that the civil war happens, and it breaks into two: the northern kingdom, which takes the name Israel, and the southern kingdom, which takes the name of Judah. In our New Testament readings, we are in the book of the Gospel of Luke, primarily in chapters 22 and 23. And here we are in those last 24 hours of Jesus' earthly life, his earthly ministry. It starts with what happens after the Last Supper and goes, of course, into the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus will be betrayed, where Jesus will be arrested and put on trial, where Jesus will be tortured and Jesus will be crucified. All of this is in the readings for this upcoming week. So, folks, thank you. Thank you for your persistence in reading through the Bible in 2 years. May it continue to deepen your knowledge of Scripture, and may it continue to, even more importantly, deepen your love of this God who speaks to us through Scripture. Thank you.